This is one of the first videos I've had that could be both an unboxing and also simultaneously a first impressions or review video. Because I've played this game about 3 times on Board Game Arena, and I understand it. I obviously have not played the expansion, which I don't think is available on Board Game Arena, but it's available in my hands right now. However, before I get ahead of myself too much, hello. Oh, wait, no, that's Jesse's thing. I can't do that. Sorry, I was up in Cleveland for a week. Hi. There we go. That didn't sound even remotely similar. I'm Devin, friendly neighborhood board gamer, and this is Devin Talks Tabletop, a YouTube channel where the games are made up and what I say doesn't matter. Welcome. Whether you are a returning guest or a first-time visitor. Hello. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I can't open that first. That's the expansion. I have to open the base game first. I've got my handy-dandy weird cheese knife because I'm at my mother-in-law's house, and nothing says open up a board game like a weird cheese knife. I also had to take a few minutes in between this video and the last video because even though I'm making a mess right now, the preceding mess was enough from Libertalia that I felt the compulsion to clean, which time-wise doesn't make too much sense. I'm going to have to take time to clean after I do this video as well, but I just couldn't abide the mess any longer, so I had to clean. Yes, I'm particular about messes. Deal with it. Interesting. So I've played this on Board Game Arena, but I haven't, and I like very quickly at Gamma, where I grabbed this, saw the physical setup, but I didn't really pay attention to it. Man, the plastic stands there. We're aggressive to that plastic bag. So this is where we keep our characters, I'm assuming. Makes sense. Looks like they won't fall over, I hope. I've just... Do we not share where we each are? Or is this where we personally hold our coins? Maybe that's where we personally hold our coins. Which that does need to be secret now that I think about it. That part needs to be secret. So this, I'm assuming, is where you keep your coins. Not your... Oh, did they give enough bags for each player's coins? Possibly. If you are unfamiliar with Nidavellir, this is one of the few unboxings where I can definitively talk about the game. If you have not played Nidavellir, it is a set collection and bidding game where the primary objective is to get the most points at the end of the game. You get the most points at the end of the game by investing in certain types or classes of dwarves, and the more you tier them, which means the more you get of one type, the more they invest in that point scaling, and the more points you'll get. Each of them scores points in slightly different ways. I think 2 of them might score the same, actually. I think there's 2 of them where you just get the value of the number that they have alongside them, like 6 or, 7. And is the green one also? No. But the unique aspect of this is there are only a certain number of dwarves available at each of the 3 taverns each round. And they will repopulate in the later rounds, but you have to determine which tavern you want to invest the most in because your coins are only going to beat coins of lesser value. And that might be like, yeah, that's obvious, Devin. Thank you for that stunning revelation that you shared. But the reason why I'm sharing that is because, number one, you start off with the same coins, but you can upgrade your coins. And the more you upgrade the coins, the higher value you have, which means the better likelihood you have of beating out other players who are going for the same. Oh, so all of that just needs to go in one of these, I think. I think that's how they're doing these. If that's how you're doing the punch board, maybe not. Maybe you're not doing the punch board that way. So you should have in here, not the gold ones. The gold ones are the upgrades, but you should have 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 0 to sub out. I think that's perfectly fine. We're going to sub that out then. Yeah, so you are invested in improving your coins, but also keep in mind that when you improve your coins, you're also improving the 2 that you did not choose to bid with that round, because the most amount of coins you'll ever have is 5. The value of them will be different, but the most you'll ever have is 5. So you have to determine when is it valuable to upgrade my coin versus when is it valuable to use those higher numbers to secure a type of dwarf that I really need. On the additional point to consider is that you want to scale down and get deeper into each type of dwarf that you invest in. But you also, conversely, want to be even and spread out somewhat, because each full row that you complete of, the 4 or 5 different types of dwarves, those allow you to hire or recruit a hero. And the heroes are stronger, unique, one-of-a-kind versions within each of those classes. It's a little bit of a push and pull. You're always trying to figure out, when do I invest in a particular type of dwarf versus when is that hamstringing me from not being able to recruit these heroes that could potentially be much better for me. Okay, I think, yeah. So here's the only issue with how I'm currently doing this. I'm not giving enough room for all of the other coins. This is a problem. So I can put that there. But now this would use up my last bag. So instead, we're going to, we're going to change up our strategy mid-game. We're going to put all the starter coins in one bag. Going to take out all of these. And these big gems are used to determine tiebreakers when you have the same coin value at a particular tavern. The gem number is what breaks ties there. But also the game takes place in 2 stages. You have kind of like this first era and the second era. And the unique part about that is that in that in the middle stage, you gain rewards that give you some type of bonus for the second half. If you have the most of a certain explorer or warrior or miner, that gives you a reward that is ongoing for the second half of the game. Very useful. I don't know why I didn't finish putting these in these bags. Devin. Idiot. Yeah, so I think, and also the good news is if I do this, I should hopefully have enough to maybe put some of the cards in bags too. Maybe I will. But it's really fun, and it's an easy game. Set collection, bidding, really all you have to know. But the wonderful part about it is that it just plays so simply, and there is like some fun strategy. It's an easy game to chat over, which if you haven't watched a lot of my videos, you wouldn't know, but it's something that I appreciate. I enjoy being able to both engage in the strategy of a game and communicate with the people around the table, because that's why I play games, is to spend time with people. So, yes, you've got the heroes, which give diversified improvements on whatever character row or, dwarven class you're going after. Then you also have those mid-game upgrades that give you some kind of a bonus. Like, for example, this is one of them. This is a 3-power card, which allows you to also exchange out and improve the coins of the other 2 that you didn't use that round. Typically, that's a 0 level coin that you kind of keep in your deck at that time. You're able to exchange out the number of your stuff, but you're also able to beat out anybody who does the same coin on there because theirs is only a value 3. So that's something that you can get in the middle of the game. All right, let's see. If I'm able to... Yeah, I think I'm actually going to be able to do this because I can put all of these upgrade coins in this one bag. And then I should have 2 bags left over for the cards. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just going to slot these in here, and then I'm going to build that little... This is like this is a cardboard structure to fit the coins, because it's like a coin market. You upgrade dependent on the coins that you had left over. That determines which coin you're able to upgrade to. So if you had a 2 and a 5 card left over in your inventory that you didn't bid that round, and you had the exchange one out there, then that means that that 2 and that 5, the 5 would go away, the 2 would stay, and then the 5 would be replaced by a 7, because 2 plus 5 is 7. So that's how you incrementally grow your coin value over the course of the game. Really fun. Excited about Thingvellir. Interested to see what that expansion does for the overall game. Excited to see that. Cheese knife coming in handy. Let's just pop all these out. Let's do that. And then let's do that. And then that. And then that. And then that. Have you played this game? If you have, like, what are your thoughts on it? Because I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a really good game. And I was excited to see it at the Hatchet booth at Gamma because I have wanted it for some time now. But it was just one of those ones that for a while it was hard to find. It was hard to find on the interwebs, at least in terms of being available like in the US. It was difficult to find. But I think that's kind of not a problem anymore. I think it's available. I just don't know to what extent. But if you've played it, I'm curious what your thoughts are on it, because I know that I think Dice Tower, I think he did a pretty good review of it. I think he was impressed with it. And I know that I remember him reviewing or talking about, even momentarily, Thingvellir, because I remember him just saying he liked what it added. 1 and 1. 3 and 3. I don't know. So this is like, this has to go like this, and then like this. But, oh, okay. I guess it goes like, there we go. That makes sense. And then this goes here and cuts off that side. And then this level slots in here, that side. Yep, that makes sense. Anybody like puzzles? I love puzzles. Love puzzles. Love them, love them, love them. This goes up on this side, because that's the next highest up. And then does this secure here? And like kind of lock it in, I guess? Yeah. That locks it in a little bit. Then where do these go? Do these go over there? I don't think they go here. That doesn't make much sense. All right, so that's that build. Which means I should be able to fit this in here. Okay, I can. And then I should be able to slot all of these in here without really having too much trouble. I'll just put those in there for now. I don't remember what those are for. And then we can pop that there. Pop this here. And then I could probably fit the expansion in this box too. I just haven't yet. At what point do you buy an expansion for a game? Do you buy an expansion for a game even before you've played it? Or after you've played it? Or not until you've played it 10 times? At what point do you buy expansions? That's something that is of interest to me. It's of interest to me. Thingvellir. This is supposed to give some extra fun stuff. Ooh, is that another tavern? Maybe that's another tavern. Got some other cards here. Not a lot of stuff in here. So could go in there. But I want another baggie for this stuff. I don't want to just be loose. I mean, it's going to be loose in here, which I don't love. I don't know if I think I may wait to punch those out and open that until I have a bag for it. It's an expansion for Nidavellir. It can be confusing because behind its very simple rules is hidden a multitude of new strategies. We recommend that you take the time to familiarize yourself with the base game before embarking on the Thingvellir adventure. Starting directly with the expansion added to the base game could spoil the experience. That's interesting that I've never seen a qualification like this. I kind of appreciate it, but I'm interested to know why. Lack of experience could make your choices difficult and or random, and it would result in a lack of strategy in order to counter what your partners do. In regards of Nidavellir's mythos, we are loosely inspired by Nordic and Germanic mythologies. Our goal is to create a world of our own, but keeping its roots intertwined with those of the mythical tree Yggdrasil. We wish you great adventures and thank you for your support. This expansion allows you to play Nidavellir by adding a new recruiting location, the camp, which is cool. You have mercenary cards, which are new, and you have artifact cards, which are new. And then in addition to that, you have some more hero cards. And you have class tokens, which I guess I don't know what the class tokens are for, because the class is signified on the card. 2 new Elvalands rules. All Thingvellir rules apply. However, interesting. Oh, this is cool. Whenever you're doing the tavern resolution, the highest bid, which is normally the one that gets the first card at another tavern, can choose to take a card from the camp, either an artifact or a mercenary. This is definitely going to change up how stuff functions. Very excited to jump into this. This is maybe a little bit more depth than I thought was going to be there, which I appreciate. So I'm excited for what that could do. And the fact that I know if I get the bags, it can fit inside the base box. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. And you know what? I appreciate you. You who watches me wave a cheese knife around and says, good on him. I appreciate you. Timestamp. Adios. Have a good one.